All right, so tonight I'm working on getting the LMR, the contour fan, overflow tank, radiator installed in the car. So I know LMR's got a good video on how to install this, so I'm not going to really talk over that. So just going to mention a few of the issues that I had. So with getting these clips on, I put the tight side of this clip on the, and I'll add to, this is the SV radiator. So if you're doing the contour fan with the SV radiator, these clips are awful snug to get on. So I ended up using a hammer and a punch, and I was real careful and kind of tapped them on. Then I used a big long screwdriver with kind of a thicker blade and kind of held it in there and just stood it up on my workbench and tapped it down, test fitted it till the upper holes on the, so this drops in the bottom, and then the upper hole lined up with the slots at the top of the radiator here. So I got those tapped in, so you can see they're about halfway down. The top part of this clip is about halfway through the opening in the bottom of the radiator here. And that seemed to be a good spot. And then I went to tap these speed nuts or speed clips or whatever you call them in. And I noticed that as I was trying to pound it on, it started bending this top part of the radiator right here. So I ended up using a screwdriver, popping it off. So it did flake some of the paint off. So I'll have to touch that up later. So keep that in mind for yourself for the future. But what I ended up doing after I realized that's what was going on was I took a screwdriver with kind of a wide blade and just jammed it in there and tried to spread that clip out, because it was angled together like that, and I kind of straightened it out so it was kind of straight on both sides. But these must be a little bit cheaper clips, so there was like a burr or something on the edge up here, so I had to be kind of careful. I think that's what was snagging on the top of this radiator before and pressing it down. So I was really careful with it on this side. Still ended up flaking a little paint off, but not too bad. So I'll get this in the car and just kind of show you the end product and figure out what I'm going to do for moving on to the next step. Did get the radiator back in, got the cooling fans on, got the tank mounted here. Oh, it's looking pretty good in there. I didn't realize that it'd be kind of canted out and canted back, but it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks all right. You can see where I sanded all those tabs off, but that's fine. It's going to serve its purpose well.